My name's Mr. Wells and I'm the Head of Design and Technology, and that includes Textiles and Food Technology. The Benedict building where we're based was built about 10 years ago. It's a very large open plan building and it's only for design technology, food and textiles. Newman's really invested in DT with the state-of-the-art building, and one of the reasons for that is because they see it as a subject that brings together so many of the other subjects in the school. So if you're studying in design and technology, in one lesson you might be doing some graphic design using Photoshop, in the next lesson you might be doing some 3D printing, in the next lesson you might be doing some welding or something like that. In addition to that, it places sustainability and the environment at the core of a lot of what we do, and a huge amount of it is about understanding other people's perspectives. So instead of just designing things for your own needs or your own wants, it's about looking at what people need kind of at various points in their life and then trying to address those needs through the products that you design. So design and technology is a subject that works really well with other subjects. So we have students in sixth form, for example, who are studying it alongside art, and they bring their presentational skills to what they do in the department. In addition to that, we have a lot of students who do maths and physics who also choose to do design and technology, and a lot of those students go on to study engineering, architecture and related courses at university. I've been a teacher at the school for about 7 years now, and I felt throughout that time I've always felt that DT was a subject that was really well kind of represented throughout the school, and the school really values kind of what we do in the department. That's reflected in the experience that students get. They value the subject, they see it as being an aspirational subject, and because of that we attract more students at A level than many other departments in the city. There are two key sides to what we look at in college. The first side of things is to improve the skills and the capabilities of the student. That includes drawing, Photoshop, CAD/CAM, making skills, practical skills and things along those lines. And the second thing that we really focus on is the more theoretical side of things. So we need our students to have a really good understanding of the materials, the processes, how things are made out in the real world, the impacts that these products have on the world, negative and positive. And essentially what we're trying to do is to give the students a really balanced combination of those skills and theoretical knowledge, which will enable them to kind of go off and take them and use them in along whichever path they want to take. The A-level is structured, so half of your lessons at any one point will be dedicated to the practical side of things or the designing side of things. So half of your lessons will be in a workshop, and during that time you'd be prototyping, you'd be designing, you'd be working in teams, presenting things to your teacher and to your other students in your class. The rest of the time you might be looking at exam content, you might be doing practice exams, but equally we try to make sure that that's not too heavy and we try to mix things up. And I often find that students, instead of finding that slightly dry, they actually find it quite empowering, and it feeds into what they're doing in the design side of things, because at the end of the day, the better prepared they are and the more knowledgeable they are against this subject, the better their designs will be. During students' time at Newman, we always try to give them a really clear sense of where the subject can take them. We do supplementary activities which kind of let them know of the opportunities that are available to them, and then we constantly try to relate what we do in class to the world outside. And I think this is reflected in the number of students who choose to take our subject, and then the destinations that they go to after leaving us. We have students who go on to the world of work, we have students who get apprenticeships in related subjects, and we always have a significant number of students who go on to study university. So this year, for example, we've got students who are going to do architecture, engineering, interior design, and in some cases at some of the top universities in the country. We find that students are often really creative, and they come to the school with ideas and passions and an interest in this particular subject. And what we try to do is give them a platform on which they can explore those interests and those passions. So, a student might come to us knowing how to draw, but we want to kind of really take that to helping them to learn how to design and think about others in what they do. In the department, we do art and design textiles, and we offer that both at GCSE and A-level. The idea is that you can start in GCSE and it will feed directly into the A-level. It's a very creative subject with a real emphasis on sketchbook work, so developing your skills, developing your creativity rather necessarily than on the fabrics themselves or things along those lines. We've decided to do that course because we felt that most of our students wanted that creative outlet, and instead of something that's a little bit more technical, they wanted to do things where the materials allowed them to express themselves and their ideas, and it's been a really successful couple of years for that particular subject. Textiles and graphic communication both fall within the Arts Academy umbrella. So what that means is that in addition to your lessons for those particular subjects, we would also have lessons with some of the students and some of the teachers who are studying arts, drama, music, the subjects like that, dance for example. And the idea behind that is to try and create a really strong interdisciplinary kind of atmosphere where you feel confident taking your skills and kind of going beyond the subject that you've chosen to take. And we often find that students really like that because they have these interests, these passions, these skills, and you never want to constrain students. You want to give them an opportunity to foster these skills across as wide a range of the subjects as possible.